Hey there, folks. How's it going? It's a little wet and dreary out today, but it is so warm. It's like 60 degrees, and it's been down in the chilly 20s and 30s lately. I figured this would be a perfect day to finish digging out my hole, find some more bottles and relics and marbles and stuff. It's just the overcast, that's all it is. I think it rained a little bit last night, but it's not bad. So we'll get in, we'll dig out the rest of that pit today, get below that burn layer. That's where I start finding iron. And before I left last time, on the last video, I did find something big and irony down there. So that's where I usually find my signs and, you know, the old porcelain signs that are highly collectible. And other things too. So you just never know what you're gonna find. I mean, I've found frames to Model T Fords and everything else in here. Engines and just everything that you can think of. So we'll finish digging down and see what there is. And of course, I'm looking for those rare bottles that, you know, you don't find every day. You know, this is only a 1920s to 30s dump, but that still was a nice time period. Every period's a nice time period. Life happens. There's so much going on in life. And in the 20s and 30s, there was a lot happening. So anything from that time period is worth investigating and discovering. So let's get down here and have some fun today. And it's a little wet. Hope I don't fall. Whoa. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too wet. What's nice about this is the water runs off really easy. It doesn't really saturate. Of course, I am going to get muddy. And the lenses are going to get dirty. Alright, before we left, we did look for marbles, but it did rain a little bit. Perfect opportunity to look again. Every time, I'm not seeing anything. So that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah. Doing a good job digging. And sifting through my material. Well, that's everything so far right there. That's all the material I have to remove to get down to that burn layer down there. And I was interested in where'd it go? Where'd it go? Huh. There's a hubcap here. Did I bring that home? I may have. I didn't think I did, though. A chunk of lead I want to bring home. Where did that, did it fall down in the hole? Anyways, I'll look for it. It's a hubcap, and it had something on it, some writing or something on it. I just don't see it. Oh. There it is. Okay. So I brought a toothbrush so we can rub that off a little bit and clean it and see what it says. It's probably going to be Ford. Well, there you go. Just like one of my viewers said it would. It says Essex, E-S-S-E-X, Motors, Detroit, USA. So we can at least research this piece and see exactly how old it is. It's got to be 20s and 30s, somewhere around in there. But to get a nice date on that would be nice. There were a few in here that I might have wanted to take with me. I don't know. Anyways, let's get digging, because we got a lot of digging to do. A lot of material has to come out of there so we can start going down. I'll show you what I find when I find it. I'm thinking button. Maybe. Something like that. I found a mother of pearl button too, but it disintegrated right in my hand. Yeah, that's probably a button. Woman's coat, I would say. Almost there. Whew. I tell you what, it's a lot of digging. That's why I do this when I'm fresh. And get the material out when I'm fresh. That way I can go down slowly and let my body kind of adjust as it goes. Alright, let's keep going. Alrighty, there we go, down to the bottom. This is a section that I just kind of went up and I started peeling away the top layers. I didn't get into it. There's a lot of glass down here as well. Some bottles and stuff. So we'll peel into that now, bring that forward and dump it out, and then we can start going down. But light socket. That is pretty cool. Gust of wind just came. It always amazes me what you can find in a dump, but also what amazes me even more is the sheer lack of coins. Now, if you go to a newer dump where the vacuum cleaner came into play, you're going to find a lot more stuff because, you know, it was just easy to stand up. You're standing up taller. Back in this day, they had a broom and a dustpan, so they had to actually crunch over and see what was in the dustpan, and they could pick out the coins. But with a vacuum cleaner, you're standing up, you're just pushing that thing around, sucking up everything. Yeah, and I find a lot of these old mother of pearl buttons. This most likely was on probably underwear or something like that. Very tiny. Yeah, lack of coins, just interesting. You know, coins would be awesome coming out of this time period. They were all silver. Yeah, pretty much, besides the coppers. Alright, silver would be easy to spot in here too. Easy. So, and I just don't find them. So interesting. But in order to find stuff, you have to move a lot of material. If you're not moving a lot of material, what do you hope to find, right? So, alright, let's peel into that a little bit and see what comes out. I'll bring you back as I find stuff. So, a lot of this is still spoils over here that I need to get out. But this is all pretty much virgin right there. There's a big chunk of iron right down in here. Iron over here. This is all iron. There's something iron there. So we'll go into that slowly and we'll dig it out and see what's there. This is the burn layer. I'd like to get underneath. That one's damaged. Damaged medicine. Lots of iron and glass. Everything in this layer is a big chunk of something right there. Got some crackle on it. Yeah, that's a leg. Iron leg. Went to either a stove or a stove. Yeah, stove. That's what it is. Alright, let's keep going. See what's in there. That is lots of iron. Lots of iron. Yeah, it's just a big burn area. I don't know if this was wood or that was actually, looks like a pile of coal somebody dumped there, coal ash. Iron. medicine bottles. Crockery. Ooh, that would have been spectacular. There was an image on there, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that would have been nice. A large piece of iron right here. Love for it to be a sign, but it's probably a car part. And something here. Man, it goes way up in there. Another broken insulator. Dark green. Oh yeah, that has some age to it. Bummer. Some chunk of iron. Oh, what's the chance? Oh, oh, that was close. Just missing a handle. You can repair these handles if you're good at fixing things like I am. You can put a new handle on that. Easy as can be. This one has gold. If the gold wasn't flaking off of it, I'd keep it. See that gold right there? Nice. That would have been nice, but it takes away from it. I don't see any image on it. There is no script mark. Bummer. Always check inside. You just never know. Could be loaded with coins or marbles. Oh yeah, nice rich layer all in here. Nice rich layer. Should be some bottles in there before we start going down. There's jars. Big chunks of iron. I probably should get this big chunk of stuff out of here. Is that cheese, bro? Not marked. Interesting. Usually these Vaselines are marked. Marked on the bottom. Now there is something I haven't seen before, coming from the past. It has a light bulb socket. Screws into the light bulb, but it has a heat coil. This is for heating your room. I can't imagine that puts off much heat, but probably better than a candle, I would say. That is really interesting. It's too bad I can't find a script mark on it or anything like that. Tell me who made it. That is fascinating that they had that technology back then. That's how they heated their kitchen, probably. At least sitting at the table, staying warm while they drank their tea or coffee. Oh yeah, nice little script mark on that. Cansbury. Cansburg? Yeah, Cansburg. C-A-N... Oh wait. Canonsburg. C-A-N-O-N-S-B-U-R-G. Canonsburg, China. We'll be able to look that up and see what kind of date we have on that. A lot of times when there's a fire and there's big chunky iron, this iron will protect a lot of the bottles that are in it. That is why I like digging through the iron. It shields it. There's a couple bottles right there that got shielded. There's another one. Just take your time and dig. See if we can get that out. It's probably just going to be cheap old generic medicines, but You just never know. I'm gonna get my little brush for that. My eyes just aren't what they used to be. Alright, let's see. C.H. I think. Fletcher's, okay. It's Castoria. Yeah. Looks like it has a crack. Yeah, a couple little cracks in it. I saw some heat. Little Castoria. Rock. There we go. What's this? Is there going to be anything on it? And how old is it going to be? It still has liquid in it. It has a little blister on it. Oh, lots of blisters on it. It's got seeds in the glass, so that, is that pre-21? I thought. Fly tox. That is a poison. Oh. I believe fly tox was a poison. We'll save that just in case. I mean, it has a couple little bad spots on it. Have to keep them down in the hole for a little bit while they're out. That way they can raise the temperature to the air temperature, but still have that cool, moist soil that it was in. And then you can bring it up and remove it. Oh, what we got here? Damaged beyond all recognition. Squib. Oh, yeah. You just never know what you're gonna find. There's a big chunk of iron right here. Trying to see if there's bottles all under it, which there were a few. Can. Oh man, that's in there. Gotta keep chiseling away at that to get that iron. Alright, well here's this thing. It looks like part of a rim off a vehicle. The kind that comes apart. I'm sure there's bottles underneath it. Alright, once we get that stuff out of there, we can start going down. Big chunk of iron. There was some heat. Let's see what we get there. Little corker. Lysol, probably. Mouthwash. Most definitely. I can understand the bricks, but not the rocks. Made in Japan. Pre-war. Look at how pretty that is. Got some kind of bird on there. They really made some pretty stuff back then. Look at how super thin that is. And it's got a signature rich blue, made in Japan. That's nice. We'll keep that just as a show and tell. Yeah, that's going way up in there. lots of glass. Alright, I want to go down. Down, down, down. So, let me get all this dirt out of here. And that burn layer continues down this way, and it's sloping down. So we want to get below that that layer. See, we're above it right there as it's coming down, and that layer's coming, the burn layer's coming down underneath it right there. We want to get below that. So this is a nice big open pit. So let's get this dirt out here. Go down, see what we can find. I believe that's a part to an old tricycle right there. If you spread these apart, that's where the rear wheels would be. This would be where the seat would be. And this is where the handlebar would be. Old tricycle. And if somebody wanted to restore that, here it is. The iron is still good. All it needs to be is cleaned up and straightened. And well, there's a couple bad spots. Just maybe re-weld, braze it. Yeah, a little tricycle. Nice old one. Just going down, 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 down. Yeah, no telling on that. Looks like part of a stove, I would probably say. And we'll stick it out in the rain and let it wash off and see what it reveals. There we go. As you can see, where the soot was coming down and running into it. So, but what did it protect underneath? Any bottles? We'll find out. There's more iron down there. Lots of iron. And we got our first marble for the day. It's a Bennington. That means we're getting into older territory. Yepper, nice. Those are often hard to find. It's pretty much the same color. If you're not looking, you're gonna miss them. Nice clay Bennington. Beautiful. Alright. That's one marble. Oh, we just need to start seeing some earth that is not all burnt up. Find some bottles down there. This was either, I'm gonna guess, maybe like an old convertible top for an automobile. That's what I'm gonna say that probably was. Yeah, something like that. I mean, what else could that be? It could be just the mechanics for a canopy that goes over the front of a building. Something like that. Whew. Getting down in that layer pretty good, so I'm hoping to find the bottom of it soon and start finding the bottles that there's some large cavities down in there, stuff that didn't burnt up as well. We're over here, this was under intense heat. Everything is gone. Even the metal is just gone. But that area looks good right there to keep going down. So, yeah, canopy, I think, for an old convertible. Oh, there's a piece of glass. More interested in its age. Saw some heat. Got that crown top on it, nice little crown top. As you go deeper, things get older. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Keep going down. Oh, that's a big chunk of iron. Oh, that's heavy. Let me clean that up. Let's see what we got there. some kind of adjustable block where you can take the two pieces apart and put something in the middle and vise it down. That's heavy. That's a big chunk of iron. I'm really interested over there. See what's in there. I'm trying to work my way over that way. It's pretty sparse over here, so I imagine that's going to be the filthy spot. Oh yeah, lots of goodies. Yeah, so I'm curious to see what this is. It's too small to be an axle for an automobile, unless this was the pumpkin where another piece attached to it going off the other way. I don't know, but then again, it's got this large piece going that way. This is loaded with big iron in here. Loaded. Let's see if I can get that out. We're getting down below that burn layer right there, so we're starting to get into not so burnt. So that's what I want to see. And if there's any bottles down there that survived. I want to see what that big iron thing is. Interesting. A sign would have been nice. Nice porcelain sign, but we'll see what that is. Oh, it's actually two different pieces. Big solid chunk of iron right there. And what in the world was this thing? The things you find. Let me clean it up and see if I can figure that out. It's got to be a car part. I don't know what else would be that chunky. What this is here, I don't know. It's so strange. There's bolts on it. And a shaft, a hole going down the center. So, is that an axle? I don't know. It's very weird. Well, let's keep going. Maybe the porcelain sign's down there somewhere. Yeah, just now starting to get into some glass. Nice. Deeper, the older, the better. There's glass down there. We'll keep going. What's this? Thought I saw glass on it. Brick. I don't know. Where's all the Benningtons? Aha. Got something. Got something. That's ready to come up anyway. What is it? That's a screw top. But how old? They were using screw tops pretty early. I don't see any seeds in it though. Oh, maybe. Oh yeah. Yep, there's seeds in it. It's interesting, it's not a cork top down this deep though. Yep, starting to hit the bottles now. Oh. There's just this really super hard layer that I had to break through. There's more bottles. I knew this spot would be spectacular over here. Oh, I feel more glass down there. Oh yeah, lots of glass. Oh, what do we get? What did we get for our hard work? It's got a screw top on it. I am down pretty deep. Why is this screw tops? They should be corkers. Look at that. That's a pretty bottle, though. It has a 10 on it. I guess I could believe that with that top on there. Doesn't say anything, though, but yeah, whatever's in there has been in there for 100 or more years. Should we drink it? Yummy. Why are they not cork tops? That's the question. We're down deep, and this is where all the older corkers should be. That's a jar. Well, let's keep going down even more then. Maybe that's just a fluke, I don't know. Weird, because once you get below that burn layer, it should be nice and old when they first started filling this spot. Oh, what was that? It's another screw top. What in the world? And the top's on it. That is so weird. Why are these screw tops down here? It's a nice bottle, but I didn't come here looking for screw tops. Definitely not digging down that deep. It's kind of aqua, but whew, that is so weird. That is. That's the strangest thing. Huh. Might have to rethink this. Why in the world are there screw tops? Oh, we are probably 10 feet deep right now from the top. So, very weird. And you see it comes in layers. So that's layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably about 8 layers in here or more. Decades, I would say. Maybe, I don't know. Not decades, because it's only like a 10-year-old dump. 20s to 30s or 10s. I have found 1910s and stuff in here. Even 1800s, so there's really no telling how old it is. It's hard to say. Yeah, it could be like 1900 up to 1930. I don't know. If I dig down here and find a 1970s bottle, I'm going to be kind of concerned. I haven't found anything yet, but all these screw tops, that is just weird. That is just weird. I don't know. Can't explain it. I've dug in this dump before. It's like a shoe polish. And plenty of times and done the same thing and got down to nothing but corkers down there. All the screw tops would be up here in that dark layer right there. This is the newer stuff. Very weird how they got down there. I don't know. This might be the newer section. I don't know. We'll keep going. Yeah, that is a big screw top right there. Looks like a cleaning product. I don't know. Some kind of medicine screw top. Vaseline, I would say, or something similar to that. Interesting. Thought I felt another bottle over here somewhere. Guess not. Guess not. Huh. I don't know what to say about that. Interesting. Well, let's take this section down and see what happens. You can see it really well here. So I started way up here at this level, right up there. Come down, come down, come down. Hit my first burn layer right here, and you can see it. Come down. And now I'm out of the burn layer. So that burn layer is probably about 1.5 feet deep. Oh, that looks interesting right there, whatever that may be. So I'm past the burn layer into the rich stuff, but strange. No corkers. That looks like a corker, but it's a medicine. Color matters. The closer to aqua blue we can get, I guess the better. Yeah, our first corker, but these medicines stayed corks for a very long time. So that can't be an indicator. We need to find something much bigger than a medicine cork. Oh, what's that gonna be? Ooh. It's a cork. But still, it was right on the bottom top of the burn layer, and it got hit. A little bit of heat. This is why I bring my brush. No matter how many times you wipe that, it's still gonna smear dirt on it so you can't read it. Alright, so it has a 1, 7, and an 8. But a 3 and a 6. There's no telling that it is a nice cork top. Alright. Maybe all the cork tops are over here. There's some boot leather down there, and this stuff is very thin and not as good. Looks like an ink. Ink bottles are always nice. This one's cracked. You want to look these over because sometimes they're the early Crayola. That's worth good money. That one is not. But there's a large object right here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Interesting. Yeah, peeling back the layers of time. More boot. That looked like a glass top. Oh, that would have been nice. That would have been nice. They don't make them like that anymore. Goes on the top of a pan. I don't know. Interesting looking. Where are all the marbles? I know the old marbles are down here somewhere. There's boots. Oh, there's a corker right there, but look at the silt that's in it. You know what that tells you? That it was open for a while, where the silt ran down into it. Interesting. I'm really not finding anything going down. I started going over. And there's something cobalt blue. Screw top. Milk of magnesia. That is just so interesting. Oh my goodness. Did I dig in the wrong spot or what? I guess there could be the odd corker in here that people saved along the way. The fact that there are so many screw tops tells me this is like a newer section. There's a medicine. What are we gonna get there? Just a plain old jar. So much silt. See all that silt? This was open. Interesting. All that digging. And there's nothing going to be great down here. Might find a rare one, or my favorite, which are the what do you call them? The medicines that are snake oils and stuff like that. Those are my favorite. That stuff I will collect. Alright, I'm gonna rip into this because I'm just not getting all warm and fuzzy about the material coming out. Oh, what are we gonna get here? Nice. That hit me right in the head. This thing. Well, at least it's a corker. Not an old one. Interesting spot. This stuff is that deep. It's got to be a newer section. Bummer. And all the silt that's in here. That's what's really weird. That's a lot of silt. And that's the stuff that's coming out. Man, this is cool. I've never found one like that. I don't know if that's a shot glass or what, but that's pretty cool. But I mean, this stuff right here, you can find that in the top layer. What it's doing way down here is, I don't know. It's beyond me. I need to find some pottery with a script mark so I can get some kind of date on this material. Weird. Oh, I did pick an ugly spot to dig. There's absolutely nothing here. All this effort. It pains me. It really does. That's a lot of digging. I'm just going and knocking down everything that I can knock down. This thing's gonna about fall on me, so let's try to see what I can see, get what I can get while I'm in this hole. There isn't much. It's all This has got to be a newer section. There's a lot of iron in there. Tons. I guess if I can find a whole milk in here, that'd be nice. This looks like a valve cover. Oh no, that's an oil pan. An oil pan to something. Yeah. And a spoked rim for something. Interesting. Let's see, this is a very rich spot right there. I'm hoping a milk bottle falls out, or marbles or something. Just give me some kind of payoff for all this work that I did. This thing's about ready to come down. Yeah, that's not old at all. Not as old as I want to be. I expect to be finding 1800s bottles if I dig that deep. And I did not. So very surprising. This here is all probably 30s stuff. I'm saving everything that's complete just because somebody might want them 20 years from now. Who knows? The fact that I'm finding silt down here is very troublesome. It means it was open, might have been dug. I don't know. I think that's that motor I was digging up earlier. Solid cast. I'm gonna pull that out and see what it is. And if that milk is whole, it'll be worth it. Maybe. It's a no name. That means it had a painted label. It's long gone. Got a crack running all the way down it. Ay, ay, ay. What about a soda? Broken. All this stuff. Just junk, 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 junk. This is not very old at all. When you find it like this, it's not old. It's not as old as I want to be. Yeah, we'll still look through it. Marbles from the 30s, late 20s, 30s would still be worth something. Some kind of button claspy thing. It's not real silver, I don't believe. Stainless steel. Yeah. Alright. This thing wants to come down. Junker hole. Junker hole. Oh, good grief. Well, that's an interesting looking bottle. OCAP. O-C-A-P. Trademark. I don't know. So much stuff in here. You see, this stuff is not that old. And most of this metal would be long gone. W.B. Harris. Well, that's a milk that I wouldn't mind having. Huge avalanche. Catch up. Look at the size of this thing. Catch up. This is all house related stuff sitting on top of this. Falling in. Interesting. It's so new, I don't even know why I'm going through it, but I'm hoping for a marble or a milk. It used to be some kind of knife, paring knife, probably. I'm not seeing any marbles. And one of these cokes would be a nice indicator too, if I can figure out what it is. And if there's a Christmas Coke in here, probably it's what I'm expecting. Just no corkers, it's just all screw tops. Interesting. I guess that's why when I dug down that deep, that's all I found. Look at that. What's that? Little top, little ceramic top to something. And there is a ton of glass in here, but it's all junkers. Junkers from the 20s and 30s. No soda bottles. There is a syringe, intact. Look at that. Still got its rubber in it. That's a keeper right there for those medical people that like to collect medical stuff. No marbles. Interesting. Whew. I'll keep going as far as I can. Hope for something lucky. Well, so I started over here this summer. Dug that down. Really didn't find much. But as I got down towards the bottom, I started finding corkers. So I said, all right, let me continue down the hill. Dug this spot and only found a couple corkers. Mostly all screw tops. I mean, none of that stuff is as old as I want. They're all food. It's all junk. Junk, ketchups and jars and mustards and all that stuff. So, good grief. I really didn't find any keepers today besides a marble. I don't know what this was. Something. Well, I think I'm going to knock the rest of that side down right there and see what's in that spot. Other than that, that's it. That's it for this spot. We're moving on. Let me see what we find in there. Nothing. Another doll head. Where'd that come from? I wonder. I was down so deep, but I wasn't finding anything, and none of this looks like spoils. But yet, if you look, there really isn't anything good. All the good stuff is gone. Weird. This does not look like it was dug ever before. That is just so weird. But there's a plastic bag right here. Guess that could have blown in from anywhere. That was the surface. That's a lot of effort to get absolutely nothing out of it. Let me take this section down and see. It's a double strength sugar beverage, but sliced in half. Interesting. That's how I found it. I am going to save that syringe. And I find these a lot too in the newer stuff. It had painted label on it. brushed it off. That was nothing. We'll save that Japanese piece. There's shot glass in here that I wanted to keep too. Yeah, what I considered a shot glass. There's no markings on it, I don't believe, but it's still interesting looking. To have silt in it, 10 feet deep, that is just so interesting. I think that's it. I mean, it's just a bunch of junkers. Junk. Alright, moving on. It's just a lot of effort for nothing, but it's not for nothing, because now we know. We need to, I have found good stuff in this ravine, but, you know, I expected this spot to produce a little bit better than it did, but the other ravines going that way are older for sure. I know that, because I always find older stuff in them. No soda bottles in here, except for broken ones. That's interesting. So, I don't know if this has been dug before. I mean, that does not look like normal spoils. All that coloring would be mixed together. It wouldn't look like that. So, this is all spoils. That's what spoils looks like. If you look in it, that's what it looks like. If you start digging and you find that, that's spoils. So, this whole mound is spoils. We'll check down there as we leave for some marbles, of course. Alright, I'm out of here. Let me grab my stuff. And I will see you on the next hunt or dig. Take care. That's a pile of dirt. No marbles.